We have all seen the cute and innocent challenges that have been going around, but there is also a bunch of scary challenges you shouldn't participate in. So today I'm going to go over them, that way you won't do these challenges without knowing the meaning behind them. Don't forget to subscribe and like to stay away from these scary challenges. The first challenge we'll talk about is
Floor 74.
Floor 74 was a challenge and at some point a trend, where you write Floor 74 on your wrist and go to sleep. It gets very creepy in my opinion.
Scary trends that could kill you. Floor 74. Floor 74 is a Japanese game where you write F74 on your wrist and go to sleep. Once you're asleep, you're supposed to wake up in a red hallway with lots of doors in your dream. All of the doors have numbers on them, and all the doors lead to more hallways except from one, which is the blank door. Going through the blank door wakes you up and is the only way to escape when in the hallway. The blank door is the only door without a number on it. While on floor 74, you will randomly feel like someone is behind you.
I am genuinely wondering who even thought about making this a challenge. Like, this is just super scary.
If you feel like this, don't look back. If you look back, the figure will capture you and bring you to the white room. The white room is a small room without doors or windows, and the only way to escape is by banging the walls hard enough to wake yourself up, which is almost impossible.
Sunny's, I think this is basically the back rooms, but very much creepier. I would really hate to be trapped inside the back rooms.
The worst part about floor 74 is that if you don't escape in under 10 hours, your body will die, and you will be trapped on floor 74 forever.
What the boba? I really don't want that to happen to me.
Many people have died from doing this challenge, so please don't try this challenge unless you're prepared. And if you do try it, good luck.
I have a feeling that this challenge may be fake, but I cannot tell. I still would not encourage to try this challenge. Realistically, if you write something on your wrist and sleep with it, you can't teleport to a different dimension, or even the backrooms, or a red creepy hallway. But some people say that the last thing you think about, you dream about. So if you think about this creepy hallway, you might have a bad dream about it, and be stuck in that dream forever, and never wake up. I also found another video on this floor 74, so let's find out more info.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT14. Floor 74. PT2. If you feel someone is following you, don't look back. A figure will take you to the white room where it's almost impossible to escape. If you bang on the walls of the white room hard enough, you may wake yourself up and get out. Other than that, you're stuck. If you don't escape floor 74 in 10 hours, your body will die, and you will be in F74 forever.
We have all this information on this challenge, and people are still trying this out. Literally, I typed floor 74 footage, and it showed people participating in the trend. But you shouldn't believe everything you see on the internet, because these people could be pretending like they actually did this trend. Like, for example, this video. She changed her PFP to whatever happened, but we do not know if she is telling the truth or not. This girl also did the same thing, but apparently she actually died, and her sister runs her TikTok now. As you can see, she wrote RIP, meaning she might have actually died. Many other TikTok pages are also beginning to make videos similar to this. Even though I think this trend is fake, I still encourage you to not participate in it. The Gauntlet Challenge is a challenge that I really wish didn't exist. It is probably the worst challenge to ever be created.
Most horrible challenges. The Gauntlet Challenge. So the Gauntlet Challenge was mostly popular back in 2018 to 2019. To win this challenge, you need to watch 5 or 20 clips of disgusting things. This can be like humans and animals being SK1 alive, or being killed. If you pass the first clip, then the second clip gets even more worse. Mostly of the people who did the Gauntlet Challenge didn't pass. This was because mostly of them had a weak stomach, but there were also people who made it, but they will never forget what they saw. I recommend you not to do this challenge if you have a weak stomach. If you want to do it, then do it at your own risk. I warned you, stay safe out there.
This challenge provided you with 20 videos to watch, but these videos were super disgusting. I can't even describe how bad the videos were just because I don't want you to be disturbed. But if I had to rank them from a scale of 1 to 100, I would say 1 million. I'm not too sure, but I think this gauntlet challenge is a website or something like that, because a lot of people kept saying that the first was a baby getting ... which means that everyone doing this challenge is all seeing the same videos. Another part of the challenge is to not cry, vomit, quit, take a break, or show any signs of being disturbed. If you do any of these things, then you have failed the gauntlet challenge. Sunnies, there is no reason to do this challenge as you receive no reward, and this can also make you go mentally insane. The next challenge I really recommend no one to do is called
Musical Chairs Alone.
Musical chairs alone is kind of self-explanatory. You basically play musical chairs by yourself. You have to play it by yourself, and what happens when you do this is, there will be a scary creature or some sort of figure in your house. I realized that she might be shocked and scared because in musical chairs you are supposed to get a chair before the music stops. And it looks like she nearly didn't get a chair when the music stopped. And since she's playing alone, she has to sit down before the music stops.
This is one of the creepiest challenges to do in Halloween. The challenge is called Musical Chairs Alone. Apparently all you need to play this game is a match, a chair, and a creepy recording of the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips. People normally say they see results from this challenge between the hours of 12 and 3 a.m. And you need a super dark. Now take the chair and place it in the center of that room. You're supposed to keep the match in your hand while you walk around the chair and play the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Keep walking around the chair while you hear the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And then, once you hear the song stop, you have to hurry and take your seat. It means that the spirits are there, spirits, demons, or whoever you're playing with. If you sit down when the music stops, you win. So apparently, if the music never stops, you automatically loses. Now that's creepy. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see me play musical chairs alone on live.
This challenge is not as bad as the others, but I would never do this alone at night. When I was younger, I probably played musical chairs alone before, but I have never done it at night with a creepy ritual on top of that. Me personally, I would never want to play with demons or creepy spirits. That is not fun at all, it's just creepy. I have done something like that before with the next challenge we are going to talk about. The last challenge we will talk about is the realest and scariest one of them all. This challenge is known as
Charlie.
I feel like everyone watching this video has probably tried out this challenge before, like I did with my cousins. This was a very big trend back in 2017 to 2019. However, I first did it in 2022. When I first did this challenge, it was 12 a.m. and I was laughing because I thought it was so silly. I was surprised to find out that it was actually real, and what happened was shocking.
You've heard of the Charlie game, right? Well, if you haven't, it's like Bloody Mary, but way, way worse. With Bloody Mary, you turn off all the lights, you turn the water on or something, and then you say Bloody Mary's name 3 times. Then your friend would grab you, you'd run out of the bathroom screaming, and it was all fun and games because you got scared, right? It's scary, but it's okay because we all know it's a game, right? But what about when it's not just a game? I can't believe I'm doing this makeup look, but you guys asked for this. You guys wanted Bejeweled Shrek, so here it is. Anyways, me and my friends were hanging out in the basement. We were eating pizza and playing the Nintendo Switch. And Jonah looked to me and asked, "Do you know the Charlie game?" At first I thought he was talking about a new game on the Switch or something. He told me you go into the bathroom and you turn off the lights. Then you knock on the mirror and you look for Charlie. If you see him, the game is over. If you don't see him, then it's time to go to step 2. The second part of the game was too hard to explain, so we decided he was just going to show us. He took a piece of paper and he wrote yes and no on it in 4 corners, like this. Then he put 2 pencils crossing each other on the paper and started chanting, "Charlie, Charlie, can you hear me?" He turns the light off and at this point I'm starting to get scared. I whispered to my friend Christina that I was scared. She leaned over and assured me that it's just a game. We were whispering, but somehow Jonah heard me. Jonah looks up at us and he goes, "It's not just a game." We asked Charlie questions and the pencils moved and he answered. But that's not the scary part. So after we finished the game, we went to bed. Everyone else had fallen asleep and I was watching TikTok on my phone. I heard a creak and it sounded like it was coming from upstairs.
I did not do the mirror version. but I did do the paper version of 𝗵𝗿cie, and it was very scary. This makes me believe that this challenge is 100% real. I do not recommend trying it out as terrible things could happen. The first challenge we will look at is the
gauntlet challenge.
This is truly one of the most disturbing trends to ever exist, as it could ruin your life forever. Let's watch this explanation.
Challenges that are very dangerous. The Gauntlet Challenge. Back in 2018, a really popular challenge called the Gauntlet Challenge was going around. However, it was very disturbing. The challenge was to watch 20 really disturbing videos, which showed animal cruelty, killing, human, 𝗵𝗿cie𝗂𝗋, and other more. Most people couldn't even make it past the first 5 videos because it was too hard to watch. Even if you managed to finish all 20 videos, you complete the challenge, but it's not worth it. Cause you can't never forget what you saw, and it could have a lasting impact on you.
This challenge sounds so disturbing. I don't know why someone would participate in this challenge unless they were forced to. If I ever went through anything like this, I think I might be traumatized forever. So if anybody ever tries to make you do this, Sunnies, you should say no and call the police. This next trend is called 690,452, and it is actually one of the most disturbing trends I have ever heard of. I don't know too much about it, but I heard you have to write a number on your wrist and perform rituals.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT3, 690,452. This trend was when people would write the number 690,452 on their wrist and go to sleep. Then it's told you can get stuck in your dream, or a parallel universe forever, which means if you die in your dream, you're D3 in real life too. Apparently there is a 50/50 chance of surviving. People aren't sure how this worked, but according to the Urban Dictionary, the number is 𝗵cie𝗶𝗹𝗄𝗃 number.
Holy laboo, that actually sounds scary. I believe in scary stuff like the devil, so I would never do this trend. I went digging on the dark web and was actually able to find someone who survived this trend. Let's see what she has to say.
Story time on how did I survive waking up after trying this trend. Back in 2022, there was this trend going on where you write this number thing on your wrist, then you go to sleep, then you'll be stuck in your dream and never wake up again. I didn't believe any of this, so I was like, I need to try this and see if it works or not. I was stuck in a Squid Game backrooms. Back then I was a huge fan of Squid Game, and since I'm a shifter and a lucid dreamer, I was like, why not try to play Squid Game in my dreams? Maybe that makes so much sense why I was stuck in a Squid Game backrooms. Not because the number I wrote on my wrist before I went to sleep. However, I was still stuck in that place and I couldn't get out, to the point I felt like more than 5 hours have passed and I'm still in that place.
Oh my flip-flops, if this happened to me, I would actually be so terrified. I do not mind having a long dream, but when it turns into a nightmare, I get extremely terrified. However, this trend isn't even as scary as the next trend, so stick until the end. The next trend we will talk about is the
Blue Whale Challenge.
This challenge is extremely disturbing and almost as creepy as the final challenge. Apparently in this trend, a creepy man asks you to do things. In the beginning, the requests are super simple and innocent, but as the challenge goes on, it gets extremely more creepy. If you refuse to do what the creepy man says, he even threatens to come to your house and do bad stuff to you. This video should explain it well.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT2, the Blue Whale Challenge. This game originated in Russia 2016. How it worked was a stranger with this PFP, a man disturbingly dressed up as Goofy, would message you asking if you want to play a game.
Did you, Sunny, see that man's face? It is so creepy. I actually remember seeing this trend now that I see his face. It used to terrify me so bad. Out of every creepy myth I've gone over, this one is the worst by far.
If you said yes, the stranger would give you a series of challenges. Harmless at first, but then they would ask you to hurt yourself. Eventually, they would ask you to end your life. And if you refused, they would find where you live and do it themselves.
Oh my goodness, this sounds awful. And Sunnies, you may think it ends, but this gets much worse. People on TikTok actually decided to make this a huge trend where everyone changed their pictures to this creepy man and texted people,
"Wanna play a game?"
After they got the victim to play a game, they would play this creepy video, and at the end of the video, the creepy TikTokers would start to look for them. Yeah, this is definitely one of the most creepiest things on the internet. I recommend staying far away from anybody with this profile picture, as this could change your life forever. However, there are still more challenges that are even worse than this. The cinnamon trend sounds very innocent, and yet it is almost the most harmful trend of all. With this challenge, you are supposed to swallow a spoonful of cinnamon. However, this is super dangerous as it can make you choke, and has caused many people to go to the hospital. This trend is extremely serious and can actually kill you. Here is a video of someone trying this challenge.
Here you go.
After this video, this lady was actually put in the hospital for a few weeks. Luckily, she managed to live and now is a YouTuber. This challenge is so dangerous because the cinnamon coats your throat, making it impossible to breathe. Sadly, a lot of people have unalived themselves doing this challenge, so please don't do this, Sunnies. This last trend is known as the
Floor 74 trend.
and this is most defiantly the darkest challenge of them all. Like the other trend, this also makes you write something on your wrist and go to sleep. However, the consequences of this trend are much worse.
Scary trends that could kill you. Floor 74. Floor 74 is a Japanese game where you write 𝗵74 on your wrist and go to sleep. Once you're asleep, you're supposed to wake up in a red hallway with lots of doors in your dream. All of the doors have numbers on them, and all the doors lead to more hallways except from one, which is the blank door. Going through the blank door wakes you up and is the only way to escape when in the hallway. The blank door is the only door without a number on it.
What the flippers? So if I can't find the door you are telling me, I will be stuck in this dream forever. That sounds so terrible.
The worst part about Floor 74 is that if you don't escape in under 10 hours, your body will die, and you will be trapped on Floor 74 forever.
Sunnies, if this challenge is true, then it is the most disturbing trend I've ever heard of. It is possible that almost every person that died in their sleep is in Floor 74. I did some digging on the dark web and was actually able to find footage of a kid apparently going to Floor 74, so let's see what happened to him. While this is really interesting, Floor 74 is very similar to the back rooms. In this video, the boy escaped before the time ended, so it's good he lived. The video looks pretty real, so I think this trend could maybe be real too. Just in case, Sunnies, I do not recommend writing Floor 74 on your wrist or doing creepy stuff. The first trend we will talk about is the
Hot water trend.
This gets dark, so watch until the end.
Trends that shouldn't have been trends. PD6. The hot water trend. The hot water trend was a trend that started in the late 2016 to 2018. People would boil water until it was burning hot and then pour it in a glass. Then they would pour little bits of salt in it. After stirring, they drank it, but through a straw. As you may know, boiling water on your skin means second-degree burns or even worse. But down your throat can lead to vocal damage and bad burns in your throat, maybe even death. Well, that's what happened to this young girl right here. Guys, please be careful when doing internet challenges, or just don't do it at all. Thanks for watching.
So basically, the hot water trend was a trend where you drank hot water that had just came off the stove or from the microwave. Some people would also add in salt, that way it can go more viral. Although this trend started off small, it grew super fast. Because of this, many people died, which is super sad. Eventually it stopped after this trend reached the news, which is good. But Sunnies, please don't try this trend, it is super dangerous. The next trend we will talk about is the knuckle trend. As innocent as this sounds, it is actually disturbing, so you won't want to miss this.
The dark story behind
The bloody knuckle trend.
The bloody knuckle trend was a thing back in 2018 to 2021. To do this trend, you had to have a coin and a friend with you. Your friend would then ball their hands into a fist and lay it on a table. And then with all your strength you flick the coin against your friend's knuckles until they begin to bleed. People ended up being hospitalized or having really sore knuckles for extended periods. If you're smart enough, you would know not to attempt this kind of trend or challenge. It is not worth it.
This trend is so silly and dangerous. I do not understand why someone would ever do this. However, I found a video of someone doing it, so let's watch this. So for this trend, all you need is 2 people and a coin, which makes it very easy to do. However, I still don't get why people do this since it hurts you so bad, but I recommend none of you sunnies to ever try this. The next trend is called the blackout trend, and some people say this may the worst trend to exist, so let's find out.
What's the most dangerous trend? The blackout challenge. It's where you hold your breath or have somebody choke you out until you literally black out, which would often result in heart attacks, brain damage, or even death.
So basically you hold your breath or someone chokes you until you pass out. I do not understand why anybody would ever participate in these trends, as all of them just seem so harmful. I don't even think my paralyzed pet hamster would do something this silly. Never choke any of your friends, family members, or yourself for a trend, as you may get in trouble with the police. The next trend is the lip balm trend.
Trends that should have never been trends part 2. The lip balm trend. I don't know when this trend started, but I can tell you how the lip balm trend works. The trend starts when someone grabs a lip balm and applies it daily. Note that they apply the lip balm until it runs out. So when the lip balm runs out, the person who applied the lip balm daily ends themselves. If you want to do this trend, do it at your own risk. Please stay safe, you guys.
This trend is so messed up. So basically someone uses the lip balm until it runs out, and when it does run out, they basically end everything. This almost makes me cry. I also am mad at the creator of this TikTok, as they told their fans to do it at their own risk. But nobody should do this at all. If you are doing this or any of your family, I would tell them to stop right now, as it is not good. The next trend we will talk about is the timer trend. This is similar to the lip balm trend, but much more disturbing.
Trends that should have never been trends PD5. The timer challenge. This one consists on people putting a timer of 24 hours. When the timer was over, people would 𝗵𝗿elle themselves. Some people would fake it for likes or attention. Thank you so much for 4,000 and stay safe.
So basically, people would put on a timer for 24 hours or less. Then they would wait to see if anybody reaches out for help. If the timer goes off, they would end themselves. Even though most of the people that made TikToks about this were lying, this trend is still sad, because some real people did actually lose their lives. Just like the lip balm trend, if you feel like doing something bad like this, let your parents know, that way they can help you.
The penny trend.
The worst trends to ever exist. Part 1. The penny challenge. What people would do was put a penny between a phone charger that was plugged in halfway. When people did this, they expected a little shock, but bigger things happened for some people. People caused houses to catch on fire and caused fires in schools.
To be honest, as crazy as this trend is, I can understand why someone would do it. Sometimes I haven't wanted to put stuff in the outlets to see what would happen, but I had to stop myself, lol. And it seems like nothing too bad would happen because it's just a penny, right? But that's the complete opposite. Because of this trend, some people's houses burnt down and much more catastrophic things. As much as you may want to, please don't put anything in outlets. The next challenge is known as the Skullbreaker challenge, and by the name you can already tell this is gonna be pretty bad.
Another dangerous trend is the Skullbreaker challenge. For this challenge, 3 people would have to participate. The middle person's objective was to jump as high as they can, while the other 2 people kick both legs of the middle person. This would make the jumper fly back really fast, causing head injuries, back injuries, and more. Many people were sent to the hospital due to this trend, and it is said that a guy from Sweden got paralyzed from doing this trend. The person in the middle would be tricked into jumping for a photo, so the middle person never agreed to be kicked and face injuries. Don't ever attempt these challenges.
This trend is actually so sad because it is your own friends doing this to you. Imagine your own friends tricking you and then you end up being paralyzed. That would be so sad because you would not be able to move for the rest of your life. This is one of the worst trends we went over today. Please don't ever do this.
Trends that shouldn't have been trends. PD5, the Tide Pod trend. The Tide Pod trend was a very dangerous trend. Most of the victims of this trend was children under 9 or less. A Tide Pod was a little pack that had cleaning chemicals in them, and seeing videos of others eating the pods, kids would too. This took place in 2017 to 2019 in December. It was so sad how a little pod could most likely end your whole life. In somewhat 2018 it made its way to the news. The news warned parents and their kids about eating Tide Pods. Once the Tide Pod made it to your throat, it would clog your vocal cords and stop your breathing. This ended in late 2019. They were taken off the market until 2020. The trend was then forgotten. Thanks for watching.
Sunny, she said that this trend was forgotten, but I remember trend perfectly. I remember all the kids at school were talking about it, and some of them even did it. A lot of kids ended up sick and someone lost their lives. As edible as Tide Pods looks, I recommend not to eat them as they obviously hurt you. The next challenge we will talk about is the benadryl challenge. This is a type of medicine you take. However, people on TikTok started to do the wrong thing with it.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT11, the Benadryl challenge. This challenge emerged in 2020. It would include Benadryl, a medicine used to treat allergies. In this challenge, the participant would deliberately consume higher than the recommended doses of the medicine. Too much of it can cause hypothermia, organ damage, a coma, or even death. Several have been hospitalized. And 15-year-old Chloe Phillips, an Oklahoma teen, passed away from an overdose after attempting to take part.
This is so insane. I am starting to wonder who starts these challenges, and why did they start them, as they are all so evil. So basically, with this challenge you simply take a bunch of Benadryl. However, that is very bad for you. I hope that none of you do these, as they are all harmful. The final challenge we will talk about is the blue whale challenge. This is actually the creepiest challenge of them all, so please make sure to watch until the end.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT2, the blue whale challenge. This game originated in Russia, 2016. How it worked was a stranger with this PFP, a man disturbingly dressed up as Goofy, would message you asking if you want to play a game.
Did you Sunny see that man's face? It is so creepy. I actually remember seeing this trend now that I see his face. It used to terrify me so bad. Out of every creepy myth I have gone over, this one is the worst by far.
If you said yes, the stranger would give you a series of challenges. Harmless at first, but then they would ask you to hurt yourself. Eventually, they would ask you to end your life. And if you refused, they would find where you live and do it themselves.
Oh my goodness, this sounds awful. And Sunnies, you may think it ends here. This gets much worse. People on TikTok actually decided to make this a huge trend where everyone changed their pictures to this creepy man and texted people
Want to play a game?
after they got the victim to play a game. They would play this creepy video, and at the end of the video the creepy TikTokers would start to look for them. This is probably the creepiest thing I have ever seen in my life, and the things that these people were doing is awful. Like, why would you ask all these terrible questions to kids? That is so disturbing. I hope this trend never comes back. Today I explored some of the most creepiest apps. Many of these apps seemed innocent, but they actually have many dark secrets behind them. Today we will be looking at these scary apps and finding out their dark truths. Don't forget to like and subscribe to avoid these scary apps. The first app we are going to talk about is
Avatar World.
When I first used this app, I thought it was completely innocent, but then I noticed it was actually very dark. My favorite YouTuber 𝗵𝗿cie will help show us this.
There has been a lot of rumors that Avatar World, despite all the new updates and happenings, there has been some creepy things lurking around the game, and nobody has been wanting to uncover it yet because these things usually happen at 3 a.m. and they're terrifying if you know what I mean. For example, recently a lot of people have been talking about this thing called the nurse glitch that has been happening around lately. Let's watch the video I found together online first. Apparently it's like horrifying. Let's watch it. Okay guys, do not play Avatar World at 3 a.m. If you try to redeem this code 666 nurse bug, a weird and scary glitch will appear at exactly 3 a.m. when you play Avatar World. What?
Okay, Sunny's instantly. I can tell this is gonna be scary. Like, why is the code 666 nurse bug the number 666 alone already scares me?
By doing so, you have to make a pretty nurse first, okay, and then wait until 3 a.m. maybe in real life too, and to spawn a nurse at the lake and then put her under the water to drown her. Are we gonna unalive and eliminate her? By the time you leave her there, she will disappear, and weird things start to happen in Avatar World? What? Is that true, guys? Oh my gosh, that is horrifying. I don't want to know whether that's real or not. What? I guess we have to go try it out by creating the pretty nurse first. So I love creating characters, so let's go.
I am glad that 𝗵𝗿cie is creating the character right now and showing us the scary myth as I would be too scared to try this out.
Okay, now we have to redeem the code, which is in the shorts that we saw just now. Okay, to activate the glitch, we have to type in 666 nurse bot. Okay, let's redeem it. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's go. It's nighttime right now, guys. Probably like 3 a.m. But it is 3 a.m. in real life, just so you guys know. Let's head to the lakeside area. And oh my gosh, I don't want to do this, but I guess this is just a game, right? Okay, I have to put her down here. Oh gosh. It's kind of cruel though. Okay, just for a video. It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna have to see whether it works later on. So let's put her down there. It's actually 2:55, so we're gonna go try out some new hacks and then come back when it's 3 a.m. on the spot. So let's go.
Alright you all, it is time to see if this hack worked. I'm very nervous. I hope 𝗵𝗿cie doesn't get hurt.
This is a cool marker. Isn't this super awesome? Okay, for the blue marker, after that you gotta come over here and wait. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Wait, guys, do you see that? Yo, did you see that? Oh my gosh, there was something on the top right. Oh my gosh, I think I saw the nurse or something, but wasn't she in the lakeside or something? Why is she doing here? Oh my gosh, let me see if she's still there. Yo, that was so creepy. She's gone. Yo, oh my gosh, did that promo code actually work? Did it work?
What the boat? I nearly just peed my pants. I never knew there were such scary things in Avatar World. I do not want to play this game anymore, because what if this happened to me? Let's see what 𝗵𝗿cie does.
The magnets, and all you gotta do is scan at the floor, and ta-da! You get a free boombox. Look, this is so awesome. Now I can enjoy some music. Yeah, in the bus itself. Yeah, this is so cool. Wow, this is such a cool secret. I really like it, guys. Wow. Okay, and if you have to. Oh my gosh! Wait. This is the nurse. What happened to her face? She looks different. Oh my gosh, her eyeballs are gone. She's talking to no one. Yo, I did not touch her. Oh, she was at the lakeside. I'm scared. Let me just go to the beast world now and
Sunny's, it seems like this nurse curses you and follows you around the whole map. I also believe that it can watch you while you sleep and eat in real life.
So we need the B logo so they can be able to deliver it. Okay guys, next let's head over to the school. I feel like I missed something at the grocery store just now, but whatever. Okay, let's go to this side and wait, who's holding the chalk? Who's writing on the wall? Yo guys, I'm not touching it right now. What is going on? Oh my gosh, what's happening? I'm not controlling right now. Yo, what? Oh my gosh, the marker just dropped. Yo, do you guys see that? Yo, I wasn't touching it at all. I mean, now I'm holding my cursor, but oh my gosh, I gotta leave this place. What was that? Oh my gosh, I came back home and that was so scary.
Holy flip-flops. You all, I highly recommend that you stay far away from this nurse, as it's able to turn invisible and haunt you. I don't think I will play Avatar World anymore, but if you choose to, make sure to stay safe. The next app we will talk about is Toca Boca World. I'm sure a lot of you all watching this are big fans of this game, as I am a big fan too. That was until I found out the dark secrets of this app that we will see in this video.
Put it in the soda can and ta-da! Whoa, look at this, so cool! The cola bottle was splurged out. Like, isn't that crazy? Whoa, like a volcano. Oh my gosh, wait! Why is the hacker nurse there? Yo! Oh my gosh, was she there just now? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Did I spawn her or something? Oh, maybe she was just an NPC I didn't notice.
Holy guacamole, this is the same nurse that we saw in Avatar World. It is super creepy that it can follow you into other games. I think if you get infected in one game, it will continue to infect your whole life. I do not want this happening to me.
Guys, let's go to the theater. Oh gosh, now that we are here and probably safe here, let's get this dragon head and hold it. And then, ta-da, the dragon suit. And then now we gotta go back to OK Street High. Now that we are back in OK Street High, oh my gosh, I hope the nurse isn't there. Oh, okay, she's gone, thank goodness. Okay, the nurse disappeared. Let's go to the right side first. And then over here, I'm gonna show you something really cool. You can place this on top of the board, the bulletin board, even the head. Oh, did you guys know about this? This is so awesome. We can scare people every time they pass by.
Okay, it seems like 𝗵𝗿elle is trying to do a scary prank on one of her friends. I hope nothing scary actually happens.
Whoa, make sure you like this video. And if you want more hacks like this, let me hide over here and see what happens. I'm going for my class. Huh? Is that a floating dragon? I'm scared of dragons. Help! This is not Stranger Things 20. I'm too young. Haha, it's just a prank. Calm down, dude. It's not real. Oh, really? Yeah, you see? It's totally fake. I just pinned it on top. Huh? Oh my gosh, wait, what the? Oh my gosh! Ah! Yo, dude, what the? I did not do that.
Oh my goodness, the scary nurse ghost was able to sneak into the dragon costume. This thing actually kind of scares me, you guys. Let's see if it stops haunting 𝗵𝗿elle.
Okay, let's go to the apartments. And now that we are here, let's open the fridge and take this tomato sauce. And then with the tomato sauce, let's head over to the right side. Let me show you. Okay, there's some tomato plant trees here, right? Look at the tomato seeds. You can plant them and everything. But if you put this pot of plant over here, and then you spill some tomato sauce, look, yo, what in the world is growing tomatoes? Only if this happens in real life, but it takes like eternity to grow one. Look, this is so weird. By the way, my favorite fruit in the world is tomato. Tomato is actually a fruit, you know. Many people think it's a vegetable, but people call it a fruit. And I think it's so weird. What is this woman stalking me, man? Is she a Karen? Is she my dead grandmother? Dude, how did she appear in my balcony? Oh my gosh, let's run!
Well, Sunnies, I can't believe that this nurse is still haunting 𝗵𝗿elle. All of this makes me believe that this nurse is real and can actually haunt you even in different games.
There's also more secrets over here. You see this magic ball? Let's click on it and see what happens. Wow, shiny. It's a thumbs up. Oh my gosh, yo, dude, why is the nurse here all the time? Did I summon her? Yo, was that a hack?
To avoid scary stuff like this, I would recommend to not try any scary glitches or myths, as these glitches might even hack you or stalk you, which would be very bad. The first game we are going to be talking about all of you have played before. The name of this game is
Talking Ginger,
which is basically the same thing as Talking Angela. I heard there is a lot of creepy stuff going on in this game, but I don't know too much about it. This video should explain everything, Sunnies.
Most dangerous kids games. Talking Ginger. So Talking Ginger is a little bit the same like the app Talking Angela. This game consists of Ginger Cat where you can talk with, tickle him, and play games with him. Talking Ginger was realized back in 2012. Now you might be thinking, what's so wrong with this game? Well, some people discover the same thing and think like what happened to Talking Angela. According to people, there was also a man in Ginger's eye. This man could be watching you or track your location according to people. Here are some pictures. Some people say that Talking Ginger is safe now and can be downloaded. That's all I know for now.
Okay, you guys. It seems like this game watches you like Talking Angela. Apparently, there is a man in the eyes of Ginger that watches you sleep, eat, and even talk. I do not know how true this is or if the game is safe to play now. I think we should do a little more investigation. One of my favorite YouTubers posted a video on this. Let's see what they have to say about it.
Year were you born in? Let's do 2015. That should mean I'm 9, right? Okay, oh my gosh, this is really old. Hi, can you hear me, Ginger? Hi, can you hear me, Ginger? They kind of look the same, but she's in a bathtub and she has like this sunflower thing on top of her head. Wow, look at the graphics, they're so old-fashioned. Oh, this is kind of cute. What happens if I keep blow drying? Oh, he's fluffy. That's cute. And what is this? Is he in the potty right now? Why are you so happy? Is this what cats like to do? Okay, let me see your eyes, Talking Ginger. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, guys, someone is in his eye! I see a figure! Wait, zoom in. Oh my gosh. Is someone inside? No way! Are you kidding me? Open your eyes and show me. Oh my gosh, I do see someone! Oh my gosh, what in the... Is this really Talking Ginger? Is someone watching us right now? Is someone really watching me right now? Oh my gosh, I don't want anyone watching me!
What the baloney? I guess there really is a man in Talking Ginger's eye. But Sunnies, it gets worse. This app is also cursed and used to scare children. Let's keep watching this video to see.
What is this? Is this like Wednesday Addams or something? something? Girl, ain't nobody got time for this. I need to talk to I need to talk to Ginger right now. We're gonna try something. We're gonna confront the person in Ginger's eye. Who are you? I can see you inside talking Ginger's eye. Oh my gosh, the screen is glitching. What's going on? Ah! Oh, what is this? What is this? Who's this? Who are you?
I'm talking Ginger.
Oh my gosh, what? Why did the game become like this? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Where is this place? What the? This is like exactly what happened to Talking Angela earlier, guys, and the Talking Tom app. It's like they became some demonic, like possessed version of themselves. Whoa, what the? Yeah. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Yo, why is she floating? Oh my gosh, she's gone. Oh my gosh, she came back. What is going on?
Okay, that was super scary. I used to play this game, but I don't think I will anymore. You guys, I think this myth might be real, but if it is, I bet the owners of this game removed that scary man that watches you. Just in case, you all should not play this game. That way you don't get hacked or watched while you're sleeping. The next app we're going to talk about is scariest of them all. This app is known as 𝗃cie𝗶𝗄 Jr. A lot of you might have this app installed right now. There is many fun things to do on this app. I even used to have it installed on my iPad. But a lot of people said this app has a dark and creepy history. This is definitely one of the creepiest apps I've ever seen. Apparently the girl we see on screen was kidnapped, and they did very bad things to her. I am not sure how true this is, so let's watch this video.
The dark story behind
the 𝗃cie𝗶𝗄 girl.
So, there is a game called 𝗃cie𝗶𝗄 where you feed characters and make their food. Well, one of the characters is a girl, but nobody knows her name, so people call her the 𝗃cie𝗶𝗄 girl. She is very similar to the other characters, but she is forced to eat the food that you feed her, and that if she doesn't listen she will be punished. She is always stuck in a kitchen, glued to a chair, and has no purpose. If she feels like throwing up, she can't, or else that will be one of her rules broken. And if you look closely in one of her eyes you will see the fear that she has. Let me show you. I did some research about the boy character and he is the one who once pet her. That's it for today, bye.
What the boba? That ending was a big plot twist. I didn't know there was so many dark secrets behind this game. And you guys, there is so much more to talk about. That was only the beginning. This video will explain the rest of the dark stuff.
The 𝗃cie𝗶𝗄 girl. As you can see, her neck is blue. This is because the chef would choke her if she didn't eat what you gave her.
So this tells us that the chef is the one who kidnapped 𝗃cie𝗶𝗄 girl and not the brother. She is then forced into this kitchen and forced to eat what you feed her. This is getting dark, Sunnies.
As you can see, there's only one tree there, and the clock doesn't move, which is weird to me.
The clock not moving might just be an error with the game, or the creators did it on purpose.
But she's also glued to the chair. If you play at 15 you will get a secret pick. I don't know if that's true, I just found it online.
If you guys did not know, 15 o'clock is just 3 a.m. in military time. For some reason, every scary myth has to be at 3 a.m. I do not know why, I think it is kind of silly.
And you will see something not for kids. That's why I covered it. But most people, more likely kids, don't notice. If you notice, the wallpaper is tearing. If you're wondering where is the chef, he's in the background hidden making sure she eats the food you give her.
Girl, what? Why is the chef just watching in the background? This guy sounds like a creep. Things are getting really scary now.
And for some reason her eyebrows are green. Here, I'll let you look for a bit. See?
I wonder if her eyebrows are green by choice, or if the chef forced her to dye her eyebrows.
And in the picture frame there's no photos. I accidentally feel bad for her because I used to give her gross meals.
If there is no photos of her in the house, that means she was for sure kidnapped, which is super sad.
That was when I didn't know her backstory. And to me she looks tired. Probably because she never gets a break from the kids. Blood. And that's the chef. If you played the game you would already know this.
So that is the face of the chef that kidnapped her. And wow, I can't believe we can even see blood on her. Anyways, it's time to decide if this myth is real or fake. This is one of the creepiest stories I've ever heard, and it seems very believable because of all the proof and evidence they showed. For example, take a look at this photo. As you can see, this shows us the blood on her face, the bruises on her neck, the single tree in the background, as well as her green eyebrows. The blood may just be kitchen sauces like tomatoes, or ketchup since we are cooking in the kitchen. This makes me believe that this myth is fake. A children's app wouldn't have all these bad things in it. This was probably a made-up story that was sadly spread around, but it is strange that they would make the Toca girl look like this, as they know it would cause rumors. There are many fun toys we love to play with. However, some of our favorite toys are actually haunted and have a dark past. Today we will look at these creepy toys and find out the truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first toy we will talk about is
Elmo.
I know that everyone watching this video has heard of Elmo, as it is the most popular toy ever. However, it actually has a very sinister past. This video should help explain.
Elmo Knows Your Name was a popular toy back in 2008. It was popular because of how it repeats kids' names. However, something creepy happened. A mom in Florida bought the Elmo Knows Your Name toy for her 2-year-old son. The mother's son name was James. The mother said James to Elmo to repeat its name. But the mother changed the battery in the toy and turned it on. However, Elmo toy was saying K1 lines. James, here is the clip.
Put new ones in.
Yeah, James?
What was that?
Yeah, James? Creepy, right? That's why the toy got banned. And that's all.
Holy flippers, that is actually really creepy. I remember back in 2017, everyone was scared of Elmo because of this, and people actually recorded talking emo saying very creepy things. I was able to find some clips of this, so let's watch them. What the boba sunnies, I nearly fell out of my bed. This talking Elmo thing is super scary. I am glad that this toy was banned. I also found a video of someone being possessed by Elmo. I'm not sure if it's real, but let's watch it.
Edward, talk to me! Talk to me! What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Edward! Edward, what's wrong with you? Hey, get away from me! Hey, get away from me! What the hell is wrong?
This looked a bit silly Billy, so I am not sure if this part is real, but I know the rest of the creepy Elmo stuff is. So if you guys ever come across this toy, run as fast as you can because it may be doing bad things. The next toy we will talk about is
the evil stick.
Sunnies, when I first saw this, I was so terrified. This actually gave me nightmares. Our friend will help us explain it.
Disturbing toys that were banned for kids. Part 1.
Evil stick.
This toy was released back in the 2000s and marketed towards little girls. However, it caused quite a shock among people. Hidden beneath the foil on the front of the toy was a disturbing image of a demonic young girl. Here's the story. A woman bought the evil stick toy for her daughter. She went home and surprised her with it. The little girl was excited until she played the music. She felt uncomfortable because she heard an evil laugh instead of the music. Later, she peeled off the foil, and the little girl was terrified by the creepy image she saw. That's why the toy got banned.
Oh my goodness, Sunnies, this is actually very disturbing. If I found out my toy was haunted, I would throw it out immediately and hide in my closet. But I do not get why the mom bought her daughter a toy called the evil stick. Like, that sounds so creepy. I was able to find footage of other people purchasing this toy, so let's look at this.
I'm outraged over it. I want to know how they think that is suitable for a child.
This is actually so disgusting. I can't believe the creator of this toy made such an evil one and sold it to kids. But I believe that after he was exposed, he ended up going to jail. Sunnies, if anybody ever tries to buy you this as a gift, please run away and call someone to help you. as this toy is extremely dangerous. The next toy we will talk about is
Hello Kitty.
I am 100% sure that everyone watching this video has played with Hello Kitty before. However, this plushie has one of the darkest histories ever. Let's watch this scary video on it.
So Hello Kitty was a very popular Japanese cartoon cat. When we were young, loved to have Hello Kitty stuff, but you probably noticed that Hello Kitty has no myth, because it all started when a mom had a daughter. The daughter 𝗵𝗵 had 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗋, and the horrible thing was that the doctors couldn't do anything to heal her 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗋. The mom of the daughter decided to pray at different churches, but it didn't work. One day she made a promise with a demon. The demon said Faith will heal her daughter, but in one condition. She needed to make a character named Hello Kitty. Even though it was hard for the mom to think about a great character, she didn't give up. Some months later, the mom created the Hello Kitty character and she started selling it to kids. And if kids were playing with Hello Kitty, they didn't knew that there was one thing playing. They were already best friends with the Hello Kitty and praying to a demon.
Holy Roblox, this myth actually scared me a lot. I cannot believe this is where Hello Kitty came from. I always thought Hello Kitty was innocent, but apparently it is satanic. I was also able to find footage of people losing their lives to Hello Kitty, so let's watch the explanation behind this.
Apple. What?
Well, a lot of people requested this one, so we are going to talk about it, but viewer discretion is advised. This Hey Apple slideshow that I was tagged in, of course, does not have a happy ending. The first slide shows a young woman by the name of Fan, the second slide shows a young man by the name of Chan, and the third slide a Hello Kitty plush mermaid. This case is commonly referred to as the Hello Kitty case, and you'll see why shortly. Fan is the main victim seen in the photo behind me, and she ended up stealing a wallet that had approximately $500 worth of currency in it from this guy right here, Chan. Chan immediately noticed this and demanded his money back, which Fan did do, but also added an extra amount of money on top of this. Chan then ended up taking Fan against her will and storing her in his apartment that he shared with a couple other people for about a month. After about a month, Fan ended up passing and they put her inside of the Hello Kitty mermaid plush. Now again, we can't go into too much detail here due to community guidelines, but if you do your own research outside, you'll see it is very disturbing.
Oh my goodness, Sunnies, I feel so bad for this poor girl. Even though she did bad things like stealing money, what happened to her was unfair and evil. You guys, I recommend you do not play with Hello Kitty anymore, as it may cause you to do bad and creepy stuff like the people in these videos. This next toy was extremely popular for young girls back in the 1990s. Baby 𝗵𝗵𝗋 was a doll that would creepily laugh with her teeth wide open. A lot of people found this cute, but some people found it extremely scary.
Kids' toys that got banned. Baby 𝗵𝗵𝗋. So this doll came out in 1970. She was well known for laughing and the mouth of the doll is open showing her teeth. When the first commercial came out of the doll, it scared a lot of people. The commercial shows these two girls laughing at the doll. That's the whole commercial, everybody laughing. Well, this doll doesn't actually have a cute laugh. She sounds like 𝗵𝗵𝗋, but you have to hear her when her batteries are running down. She would also turn on when everybody was asleep. This is all I know. Stay safe out there.
I am making this video at 3 AM, and that just scared me so bad. The laugh that was coming from Baby 𝗵𝗵𝗋 did not sound like a girl at all. It sounded more like Chucky. Sunnies, I really recommend you stay as far as possible from this doll. Luckily it is very old, so it is very rare to ever find one. The final creepy toy we will talk about is the Mexican magic mirror. This mirror has the power to speak and says really weird things to you. And this toy gets extremely disturbing, so make sure you watch until the end.
The creepiest kids toy to ever exist.
Mexican magic mirror.
So a man from Mexico received a toy mirror from his neighbor. The toy mirror was actually a gift for his niece's birthday. But the odd thing about the mirror was that it was able to talk. This specific mirror was entirely different from other mirrors with the exact same model. This mirror was able to answer your questions while others couldn't even speak. The mirror was saying weird stuff like, "I've seen you when I've woken up."
This would scare me so bad. If my mirror did this, I am instantly smashing it to pieces.
This creeped out the family so bad that they took out the batteries of the toy mirror. When the video was uploaded, people in the comments of that video were asking more questions about the toy. After the man saw the comments, he decided to make another video about the toy mirror.
Hola. Gracias, amigo. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
¡Ay, vas a chingar a tu madre!
There is a theory that the neighbor who originally owned the toy mirror put a camera or some sort of device inside the toy mirror before giving it away. Do you believe in this theory?
What the boba, that ending actually had me jumping. I believe that either someone is spying through the mirror or it is haunted. There is no way the mirror could be using AI to make responses, as this mirror is very old, so it would have to be something like magic. You guys, there's a lot of Roblox games that look friendly but are secretly very dark. Today we're going to be looking at all these games to find out if they are really scary or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe to avoid these dark, scary games. The first game we are going to talk about is
Adopt Me.
Adopt Me is a very innocent game where you adopt kids and pets. However, it has a very dark past. This game has actually gotten people kidnapped. The girl that got kidnapped that we will be talking about today is 𝗵𝗿cie. I don't know too much about her, so let's watch this video.
Let's talk about
Adopt Me.
So once there was a girl called 𝗵𝗿cie. She loved to play Adopt Me and played it every day and every time. But one day, she got a friend request by a girl. 𝗵𝗿cie loved to make friends, so of course, she accepted. The girl private chatted her and said, "Where are you?"
What the boba? That is just creepy, you guys. This person just added 𝗵𝗿cie and she already wants her location. If a stranger adds you on Roblox, never give them your location, Sunnies.
𝗵𝗿cie said that she was at the school. The girl said, "Okay, I'm coming there." 𝗵𝗿cie waited at the school until she saw the girl. 𝗵𝗿cie went up to her and said, "Why are you wearing all black?" Then the girl replied with, "One day you'll understand why."
Oh heck nah, girl. This could not get any more creepier. Sunnies, if anyone comes up to you and says that, run as fast as you can.
A few weeks later, 𝗵𝗿cie and the girl became best friends and played Adopt Me every day with each other. One day, 𝗵𝗿cie went up to the girl and said, "Let's try out a new game." The girl unexpectedly got really mad at 𝗵𝗿cie. Then the girl mumbled, "You know I only like Adopt Me, right?"
You guys, this is when I realized this girl was a creep. Like, girl, why do you only have to play Adopt Me? There's more fun games.
𝗵𝗿cie got a bit scared and a few seconds later there was a knock on her door. She slowly approached the door and looked through the door hole. When she took a peek, no one was there. She went back to her iPad and said to the girl, "Do you live close?" The girl was silent for a few seconds, but a few seconds later, the girl said 𝗵𝗿cie's address.
Sunnies, this is just a creepy. If someone found out my address, I am running into the back and jumping into my pool.
𝗵𝗿cie got really scared and rushed upstairs to her bedroom. That time, she was home alone. Her parents had gone to a trip. Then she got a message on her iPad. It was a friend request on Snapchat. She accepted it, thinking it was just old friend. She texted, "Help, help." The person who had added her on Snapchat sent a picture of 𝗵𝗿cie house.
You guys, this is where the story ended. It was found out later that 𝗵𝗿cie was kidnapped and never seen again. Never give your address out, Sunnies. You may think that this ends here, but there is even more creepy stuff going on in Adopt Me. Apparently a lot of Adopt Me pets are cursed and secretly haunt you. This video should explain everything, Sunnies.
Roblox games with
horrifying backstories. Adopt Me.
So there was a group of friends, and they realized that one of their pets were cursed. And that curse spread through the friend group, which caused all of the friends to pass away except one. And it was this guy named Bert.
Who names their kid Bert? Sorry to any Berts watching this, LOL.
And he realized that all of the people around him are NPC. So Bert pretended to be one. The only way for Bert to survive though was to disguise as a pet. But then something happened. The cursed pets realized Bert was trying to disguise. So they cursed him and he passed away. Very sad. Stay safe.
Okay you guys, the story sounded a little silly Billy, but if this is real, rest in peace to Bert. I think this myth is fake, but the Taylor myth was 100% real. But you guys, this wasn't nearly as dark as the second game we are gonna talk about. The second game we are gonna talk about is
Dandy's World.
Apparently, there are many creeping things going on this game. Apparently, one of the Dandy's World characters are able to curse you through this screen. This is what is happening on this game, and so much more. I do not play this game too much, so this video should explain everything.
One time I was playing Dandy's World. During my play, my run kept on having these weird ringing noises. Ringing noises like a phone kind of ringing? Or high-pitched kind of ringing. So I decided to check what it was. It got louder in the warehouse. Did it now? Then I saw it. You saw what? I need to know. What the heck is that? My ears were bobbing in pain. I immediately left, and that's all the info I got.
Okay, you guys. It seems like there is some type of monster or hacker in Dandy's World. What is strange is that this hacker makes loud noises to make you go deaf in real life. Let's keep watching to find out who is causing this.
Ew, how creepy. We're gonna call this thing 𝗴𝗿cie𝗂𝗃𝗍. Stay safe, people. I gotta go back to the photos because it just looks so weird and creepy. I love how people have done this, by the way.
Holy Squid Game. Sunny's that thing is scary. Now we know its name is Virus X. But yeah, this thing just looks weird. It is super tall and red. I don't want to get anywhere around it.
So it's a red glowing V. Very, very creepy. Also, it's in its twisted form, as you can tell. It's so tall and not cute at all. I like how in the warehouse, it's just hanging out there. It's just chilling. Sprout's like, that looks dangerous. I'll stare at it some more. Also, for it to be a virus, it makes you think, what does it actually do other than the ringing sound? I'm intrigued.
Sunny's, it looks like this virus girly can do a lot more than just make loud noises. She also has the power to do a lot of other bad stuff in Dandy's World. Let's see what she can do.
Hello guys!
Hi!
Today we are explaining 𝗏𝗵𝗄𝗃. If you don't know who 𝗏𝗵𝗄𝗃 is, here's what she looks like.
Oh, whoa, what? Ooh,
I don't know if 𝗏𝗵𝗄𝗃 is real or not, but she is a creepypasta.
Yep,
she is an entity from Dandy's World.
I can see.
I believe she only appears in shadows.
In shadows.
She is very long like Dandy. She is made out of ichor. She only appears in solo rooms too. She is difficult to detect. And yes, I believe she chases you. If you get hit by her, you get automaticity killed. I believe she will be waiting for you in lobby. Stay safe, Dandy's World players, and other people.
This monster seems to be similar to Virus X. However, this monster chases you instead of screaming at you. Sunny's, I think we have to do a little more investigation to figure out if these myths are real or not.
Did you just see that? That was massive! Okay, so the first one, okay, you can tell they're extremely tall. Can't really see, it's a bit dark, okay? The next one kind of just looks like they're gonna hug you. It's fine, they're gonna hug you. Oh, it's beautiful. Also, shout out to that spelling mistake. That made me laugh. I love it. Now that is super creepy. What on earth? I love the people that have managed to edit all this. What on earth?
As you guys can tell, that monster seems to be the leader of them all. So if I had to guess, I would assume he is controlling Virus and 𝗏𝗵𝗄𝗃. This is also scary and interesting. Let's keep watching before we make our decision, Sunnies.
Okay, that's cool. Let's see that we're alone, right? Okay, seems normal. Private server, we're alone, nothing's around, right? Huh? What do you mean, huh? Wait, are you not alone? Did I miss something? What? What did I miss? Bro, what was that? I missed something! What did I miss? Yeah, I need to be squinting at my screen to see what I just missed. As soon as I rejoined, this happened. Oh no, what happened? I'm ready, I'm waiting for it. Okay, train's gone by. That's not really anything. Joel!
Holy guacamole, that really scared me. But you guys, that end part has convinced me that this myth might be fake. I think this because I don't think the YouTuber would be laughing if it was a serious situation. Everyday Roblox gains many new players, but a lot of players also go missing. Today I'm gonna find out how these players went missing and find out the truth. Don't forget to subscribe and like to find out the truth about these players. The first person we are gonna talk about is the
game Charlie won.
Charlie has not been seen on Roblox since 2021. I don't know too much about them, so let's see this explanation video.
The dark story behind
Game Charlie won.
Back in 2021, there was a girl named Charlie who loved playing Roblox all day. She met a Slender and they began talking for days. After talking daily, they started dating. They dated for a month when things went horribly wrong. The Slender asked for Charlie's address and she gave it to him. Turns out the Slender was an old man and kidnapped Charlie. This panicked the Roblox community and apparently Charlie's parents came on Roblox asking for help. Charlie was also caught spamming help in a Roblox chat. Many people speculated that it was the old man on her account trying to lure other victims.
Okay, that was kind of a plot twist. I feel bad for Charlie. Kids never give out your address on the internet. I'm really curious as to if the story is real. Sunnies, I think we should do more investigation. I found a YouTuber who actually did a deep dive on Charlie and found out if she got kidnapped or not. Her name is Real Roses Are Red. Let's watch this video to see what she has to say.
It's fake. So what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna investigate. Alright guys, so I discovered that the first time Game Charlie was mentioned was on March 15th. Followers are 7,000, so people started to really share. I can't find the first video, maybe they deleted it, but I do know that it was as early as March 15th when people started posting about her, unless it was before that and those videos.
So it looks like we don't know when this myth really started. I'm starting to think this myth might be fake. Let's see what Roses has to say.
Deleted. Okay, so now let's investigate the parents. Well, first of all, if your child went missing, you would not be making a Roblox account. That really doesn't make any sense. You would actually file a missing person report, which I haven't seen anything about a Game Charlie or anything like that. If it was real, then you would see the stuff on the news that a girl got kidnapped on Roblox, etc., but that's not true. Okay, now let's debunk the kidnapper, right? So, first of all, if you actually kidnapped Game Charlie, you would not be using her account because that would be way too obvious, right? You would not be putting attention to yourself. Like, why are you playing Roblox? It doesn't really make any sense at all, actually. And for anyone that thinks that it's her that's playing Roblox, it is her that's playing Roblox. It's not someone that kidnapped her. But let's say he kidnapped her and he let her play Roblox. You wouldn't do that. As a kidnapper, you would think to be smart and not give people electronics. You would not give them access to the internet because then they can just get help. Like, they can literally call 911.
Okay, you guys, Roses made a lot of great points. This led me to believing that this myth is fake, but I do think a kidnapper would still let a child play Roblox, because imagine how sad the child would be if they could do nothing, just sit around. So you never know, maybe there is a small chance that this kidnapping was real, and Charlie did get kidnapped. Another popular YouTuber made a video on this. She goes by the name 𝗵𝗿cie𝗂𝗽. You guys might even be fans of hers. In her video, she explored Charlie's Roblox games, so let's watch this video together.
Okay, so the next one, you guys would kill me if I didn't mention them in this video. Game Charlie 1. This player has become so popular within the Roblox community. Like, if you just type in Game Charlie 1 in YouTube, there are videos with millions of views, which is insane. I think this is like KreekCraft's most viewed video. 7 million views on this one player. Why this is so popular is because apparently she was kidnapped and she went missing. But first, let's check out her game and let's talk about her. It's just like a basic base plate game. So the reason why this went so viral is because apparently she dated this person on Roblox who was a Slender. Red flag number 1. After she started dating this Slender, she gave her address to this person, which you should never do, by the way. Never give your address out to anyone. I did that at one point when I was like 11 or 12. I was like, hey guys, this is the city that I live in. I could have ended up like Game Charlie 1.
So what I have gathered from this investigation is that this myth is fake. So guys, don't be scared to add Game Charlie 1. Nothing should happen to your Roblox account. I wish we could have found out who made this Roblox myth, but I guess we never will. Well, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I just found more games on Roblox that look friendly, but are actually very disturbing. Today we will look at these games and find out their dark truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first game we will talk about is
Life Together.
Life Together is a fun game where you can roleplay with friends. However, this game is not as innocent as you think.
I was playing a private server in Life Together and this happened. I saw a clone of myself and was super confused. I was alone in the game. Then I saw another one. I was getting scared. I kept finding more and more. And I'm still alone. Oh my god. I just shook it off and was gonna look at a new house I bought. Do you see it? I am super freaked out. I'll be brave and go up to it.
Well, what I think happened to this person is that a hacker got into their game or something. As long as you are careful that there isn't hackers in your game, you should be pretty safe. The next game we will talk about is Frown. And this game is super scary, so make sure to watch until the end.
Cursed games you should never play. Part 2. This game called Frown will get you K1 leg. Rumor has it, every new ho has joined had gone missing. It tracks your address as soon as you join. I found some footage of the game on the dark web. Watch with caution. As you can see, it is very dark. Did you see that? I will replay it. Did you see that face at the end? Well, that's how people go missing. Some say that it will steal your soul and take you into its chamber and torture you. If you ever join the game, whatever you do, don't look at the face. And also thank you for almost 1K. Love you guys, stay safe.
Well, you Sunnies, I actually played this game recently. So right now I am going to play the footage to show you all what happened. Right, Sunnies were in the game. Right off the bat, I noticed this is just super scary. Like everything's dark and creepy. Apparently we need a key, so I am gonna look for that. There are so many places to look. Why is this map so big, lol? I'm not finding anything, and I have looked everywhere. Maybe we have to go somewhere else. Okay, you guys, I found this trail. Hopefully this will lead me to the key. I just have to keep on going straight. Oh my goodness, what the flip-flop, there's so many scary faces. We have to do some parkour too. Alright, I'm going to jump into this face thing. What the boba, why is it so loud? I'm actually really scared, but I have to go through this tunnel anyways. Who is that creepy lady? And why is she staring at me? Okay, you guys, I made it to the end. It seems like there's some type of satanic ritual. I'm really scared, so I'm going to leave so I don't get hacked. As you all saw, that game looks very evil and demonic, so I recommend that you stay very far away from that game, as bad things can happen to you and your Roblox account. 𝗵𝗵's Wardrobe is a pretty popular game on Roblox. However, not many people know that it has a very dark past. Let's watch this video on it.
Let's talk about the game 𝗵𝗵's Wardrobe. This Roblox game looks like a typical dress-up game, but in reality, it's so much more than that. In the game, you're supposed to dress up 𝗵𝗵, because she has no clue what to wear. You'll catch a guy looking at her, but he plays an important part of the game later, also when things take a dark turn. Because here he breaks into her house, and some jump scares will pop up. You'll have to walk around the forest and unlock things with certain items, but be careful because he may be behind you. After you complete everything, your friends come to save you and you earn a badge. Basically, a good ending. However, the original game has a horrific ending. Let me know if you want me to talk about the other game, 𝗵𝗵's Wardrobe.
This game sounds pretty innocent, because it always ends in a good way, and luckily nothing bad happens to her. However, it is completely the opposite in the original game 𝗵𝗵's Wardrobe.
Let's talk about the game 𝗵𝗵's Wardrobe. From what I heard, this is the original game that has a darker ending. Basically, you dress up 𝗵𝗵 because she has no clue what to wear. But in the middle of the game, disturbing things start to happen, where you hear a man's voice talking to 𝗵𝗵, and you'll start to see creepy images. And so there's two endings, a good and bad. I'll discuss them both with you. The bad ending is where the guy eats her remains to be together with 𝗵𝗿cie. But the good ending is where you dress 𝗵𝗿cie in an unrecognizable outfit. This will pop up if you do get the good ending. So unlike 𝗵𝗿cie's wardrobe where there's only a good ending, you can get either a horrific ending or a good ending in this game.
As you all can see, Lacey's wardrobe is way more horrifying. I was able to find the footage, but it is pretty scary, so be ready.
𝗵𝗿cie, I'm here. Did you get my gift, 𝗵𝗿cie? Do you like it? I'm here. Open the door, my darling. Open the door. Open the...
Holy Mr. Beast, I just jumped out of my seat. That scared me so bad. This game is actually really terrifying, so please do not play this, Sunnies, you will have nightmares. The next game we will talk about is
Fashion Diva.
This game is very similar to Dress to Impress, but as you continue to play you will notice small dark secrets. Let's watch this investigation.
Explaining a creepy game on Roblox. Part 2.
Fashion Diva.
Fashion Diva is a copyrighted game within the Fashion Famous game. The game created by Clean Meanbian. While it may appear to be a typical fashion game on Roblox, well, no. It's actually quite creepy. Fashion Diva is filled with bots that talk like a real players in their responses, but don't actually interact.
This would creep me out so bad. Like, imagine you are playing a whole game with people that you think are your friends, and the whole time they are just bots. I also heard that the bots are real-life people that were captured, and their souls were put into the game, and now they are basically trapped, and they are not able to escape.
If you ask, are there any bots here? It will teleport you to another game. The game is dark, but you are equipped with a flashlight. As you explore, you encounter a creepy face everywhere, leading to jump scares. Here's me playing the game. I typed, are there bots here? It will teleport you to a dark place. It's too loud. Creepy. Keep exploring. So you watched the video, right? It won't let me click the Roblox icon. I couldn't leave the game. Luckily I played it on mobile. I just clicked the back menu on my phone, so I would be able to leave the game. So if you played it on computer, just turn off the Wi-Fi. But it's hard. I don't know if it's hard. I don't have a computer. Anyways, you guys, bye from now on.
So apparently, when you ask are there any bots, it will teleport you to the real scary game with the flashing lights. There is also jump scares, so this is just not a fun game you would want to play, Sunnies. The next game we will talk about is 99 Nights in the Forest. I am sure many of you all clicked wondering what was scary about this game. This game actually has a very horrifying past. Our friend Flush will explain.
And the game is fun and all, but I was mostly fascinated by the fact that this game was based on a true story. So I started to do some research, and man, was what I found insane. Because yes, there were actually people that went missing in a forest.
Sunnies, this really shocked me. I knew this game was about missing children in a forest, but I never knew it actually happened in real life. I am so sad now.
Yet, so all these cultist enemies are actually those who have gone through Wendigo psychosis. Yes, they worship this Wendigo creature, but also they are attacking you, the player, because they are hungry and starving for flesh. Yeah, a lot of the cultist stuff may have actually been inspired by another game called The Forest, where yeah, in this game you must survive against nature, but not only that, the cannibals that lurk around there. And I know in this game, a lot of people compare this island that the game takes place in to the actual real-life North Sentinel Island. Now, what's crazy about this island is that within it is an indigenous tribe that is believed to have lived there for over 60,000 years with little to no outside contact with the world. Like to this day, they're still using spears and bow and arrows to shoot nearby helicopters and boats. And as for how many people live on this island, it's estimated to be around 50 to 150 people.
So basically, the villains of the Forest game are the cultists, which are actually based off real-life Sentinel Islanders. This means if you go to this island, you can basically play this game in real life.
June 9th of 2023, there is a plane carrying 7 people, including a woman and her 4 children. Unfortunately though, shortly after its departure, the plane would crash, and the only ones that survived were the 4 children, all left alone.
Well, so basically, the children in real life that landed on this island are the same children in the Forest Roblox game. So if you want to play this game in real life, I guess you could go to the island. However, the people there are very violent, so you could get extremely hurt. The first game we are going to talk about is
Mimic.
This was a very popular horror game in 2023. However, I never knew it was based off of a real life story. This video should explain everything.
Roblox games with
Horrifying backstories.
Alright, let's begin. The
Basically,
Mimic, okay?
a long time ago, there was this girl, and
Okay,
her
Wednesday?
ancestors were big puppet lovers. They loved playing with their puppets every day. The
Uh-huh.
ancestors did seem to be a little strange, but she never really cared. One day,
Okay.
it was the girl's birthday, and her ancestors gave her a present. It was
it a puppet?
that they made
Ooh.
themselves. It
Okay.
looked exactly like her from the top to the bottom. She didn't realize something though. Her ancestors actually gave her a curse, and her soul came inside the puppet. She
Oh.
got so angry that she killed her parents. And now, she roams the house on her own, taking new people day and night.
Okay, this story sounds like it's all over the place, and a little suspicious. Let's see what our friend Flush thinks. I think it has a creepy history, but not this silly doll story.
As a puppet?
Stay safe.
This is the true story behind the Mimic? This is what actually happened? Yeah, no, that's obviously fake. The true story of the Roblox game The Mimic is actually based off of Japanese folklore. Like, for example, we've got Heihachi. She's actually based off of 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗪, which is Japanese for 8 feet tall, and is a very popular Japanese legend about a demon ghost who takes children. Yeah, she's so popular, she appears in a lot of different Japanese type games.
What the boba? How is she popular in Japan? Like girl, that is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. If I was a little kid and I saw that, I think I could never stop crying.
Then we have this character 𝗵𝗿cie from the Mimic. She's actually based off of 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽, the goddess of music and good fortune. But in the Mimic, she's definitely a lot more terrifying. We also have the character Kuriko from the Mimic, who's based off of the Grudge. And then my favorite Mimic character, we have Megumi. Yeah, she's like this long-necked lady, and she's based off of this Japanese folklore known as the Roku Rokobi. Yet the legend of this one is that they're generally harmless, but they could be dangerous at night. While their bodies are asleep, their heads stretch out their necks to explore around the area, and they essentially attack people and drain them of their blood.
Oh my goodness, Sunnies, this kind of sounds like the Japanese version of a vampire, but the long neck thing kind of creeps me out. I'm not sure if these things are still in Japan today, but if they are, I would recommend to be very careful when sleeping if you ever visit Japan. The next game we are gonna talk about is
Piggy.
I'm sure everyone watching this video has played Piggy, as it has been trending on Roblox for over 5 years. This is personally one of my favorite games, so I can't wait to hear its backstory.
And myths. But moving into Piggy now, this one is definitely a lot more sinister.
Roblox games with
Horrifying backstories.
Okay.
Piggy.
There was this guy just walking in the woods casually. He was coming to see his grandma because it's been a long time.
That's
it
nice.
was very dark outside, so it was very hard for the guy to see anything. Then he
Okay.
heard a loud noise, and he looked behind, and it was a pig with a bat.
Oh,
the pig took him to
okay.
their house and trapped him in there. The guy woke up and realized he is stuck. He got
Uh-oh.
up from the bed and looked around the house for some items to try to escape. But then he realized the pig is monitoring the place.
So he's pretty much just explaining the entire Piggy game.
He gets all of the things to escape, and he opens the door, but the pig is running right at him. But he
Uh-oh.
successfully went out and ran away as fast as possible. Stay safe.
Yeah, he pretty much just retold the whole story of Granny/Piggy. But yeah, the Roblox game Piggy is based off of a couple of things. The characters themselves are actually based off of Peppa Pig characters. We've got the bunny here, who's based off of Rebecca Rabbit, Foxy, who's based off of Freddy Fox, Pandy is Pandora Panda. The only difference is that a lot of the Piggy characters are actually killers.
Okay, you guys, maybe I am a little dumb, but I never thought about how Piggy is based off Peppa Pig. I just don't get why a game would use such innocent characters and make them super creepy. Now every time I watch Peppa Pig late at night, I'm gonna think about how they are killers.
killers. You can even see in the original Piggy map, there's pictures of Peppa Pig all throughout the game, but crossed out with an X. But as for the playstyle of the game, that's all based off of the popular horror game Granny, the game where you get whacked by this evil grandma and then have to find a way to escape her place. Yeah, both games play very similar, but now this is where it actually gets disturbing. See, the game Granny could possibly be inspired off of an actual real killer known as the Granny Ripper. Yeah, she was a Russian serial killer who was arrested in July 2015 on suspicion of committing 2 murders.
Holy flip-flops, that got dark super duper quick. Because the Piggy killers are also the same ones from Granny, it means that Piggy is based off a real murderer. This means both Piggy and Granny have very dark backstories. That is very disturbing.
And so as to how she relates to the Granny game and Piggy, well, after her husband's mysterious disappearance, she began renting out her apartment, where a lot of the people that she let move in, mysteriously vanished. Like, there's literally camera footage of this grandma walking down the stairs trying to get rid of the evidence. Like, you don't want to know what's in that pot right there.
Basically, she basically put a whole person in that pot, which is super creepy. I actually did more research on her and found that she was arrested 10 years ago. However, she was recently released and is now free in Russia. So if you go to Russia, please stay far away from this granny.
Roblox games with
horrifying backstories. Doors.
Okay.
So there was this couple that needed to go to a hotel to rest. They went into the building and went down the elevator. They then saw that nobody was at the reservation desk. And when they saw that the key to their door was behind the desk, they went to get it. Once they opened the door, they saw a hallway to a different door. The couple
right now he's just explaining the entire game of doors.
Kept going through different doors, something was wrong. After that, they tried to call 911. There wasn't any signal. The man heard 𝗶𝗶 behind him, and he couldn't find who that was.
Okay.
The monster came out and hurt him, and his wife tried to help, but he kept bleeding. He was gone. Then the wife heard the 𝗶𝗶 as well. She was gone after that.
They both died to shriek.
One thing I noticed, you all, is that this bacon hair guy's stories always sound so silly. I'm not sure if he's even telling the truth, but luckily our friend Flush will be able to help us.
Nah. So the game Doors actually has a lot of inspirations built into it. It's heavily based off of this other Roblox game called Rooms, in which it plays the exact same way, where you have to go through different doors and hide from certain entities. But both Doors and Rooms are also based off of this game called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Yeah, it's literally a game where you go through different rooms and there's scary jump scares lying in every corner. And this game starts off really cute and innocent at first, but the further you go down into the game, the creepier the game actually gets.
While Sunny's I Actually Never Knew Doors wasn't an original game, this game that Flush just showed us was also made in 2015, so if the original Doors game is older, then you let me know in the comments.
Roblox games with
horrifying backstories. Evade.
There was these two guys who were ghost hunters. They were called to see if someone's farm had ghosts there. The farmer said he had been hearing some strange noises outside, so he assumed it was ghosts.
Was it ghosts?
When they went to the farm, they saw so many scary faces chasing animals. The two guys went in and suddenly one of the faces turned around and chased one of them. The other guy went after him to help, but it was too late. The monster got his friend. The other guy then saw the face chasing towards him. He tried to run as fast as he could. The face got him too. The end. Stay safe.
Okay girlies, what I learned from this Flush video is that we cannot trust the sketchy bacon man, hates to silly Billy, and makes up stories. Let's listen to what Flush is gonna say.
This is the true story of Evade, except not really. Evade is a game where you run away from certain scary images. Sometimes they're not even scary, they're just kind of goofy looking.
You're too slow! You're too slow!
But what's the backstory of Evade? How did it come to be? Well, Evade is actually based off of the Gary's Mod game called Nextbot Chase, where it's the same exact thing. You just avoid these loud PNGs chasing after you. Again, some of these PNGs being more scary than others.
Sunny's I actually used to love this game and play it all day. Nowadays, it's not too popular, but it is still super fun.
Oh nah. Now, the game Nextbot Chase was actually inspired from this other mod in which this poorly drawn version of Sonic called Sonic chases you around. And yeah, it's literally just a PNG. And yeah, that's literally the entire game. It's just you running away from this Sonic character. And this video was made 9 years ago. But this video and this mod itself was the original inspiration for these Nextbots games and even Evade. Like, you are watching history right here. And as for those two guys seen in that YouTube short, those are people from the Mandela catalog, which is a fictional story about Mandela County, where that place gets invaded by demonic entities. Honestly pretty disturbing, but not actually real.
The ending actually scared me a little bit, but I'm glad to know that myth is fake and not real. I just found more popular apps that we love to use that are either cursed or went missing. Today we will look at these disturbing apps and find out the truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first app we will talk about is Among Us. I think everyone watching this video has played or watched Among Us before. However, some versions of this app are evil and very inappropriate. Let's watch this video of someone downloading it.
Testing viruses. Question 2. WTF very mad WTF sir. Where
If you Sunnies could not tell, those screams sound very sus to me. Not only that, but it also pops up something very bad on your screen. Luckily, the person who made this video did not show that part, but I have seen it, and it's very bad. There is also another version of this virus, so let's look at it.
Testing Viruses Day 31. A few of y'all are saying it's fake, so I'm testing a virus. In real life, they spelled Among Us wrong now. This popped up. I translated it. The phone was vibrating. Then this audio played.
Has been modified in an unauthorized way, and it's locked. System is corrupted. System is corrupted. System is corrupted. System is corrupted. System is.
Break the VM. Should I try a computer virus next?
This would actually scare me so bad. When it started screaming system is corrupted, I was so scared for them. I couldn't imagine what I would do if my phone got a virus and broke like that. I probably would never stop crying. I recommend that none of you download this virus app as it's harmful and disturbing. The next app we will talk about is the Idiot Virus. This virus was very popular when I was younger, and recently it has become popular again. Some people say it is only on the computer. However, a newer version has released on the phone as well. This is what the virus looks like.
The most annoying computer virus to ever exist.
You are an idiot.
You Are an Idiot is a well-known virus from the early 2000s. This virus infected over 100,000 computers along with hard drives being deleted and damaged. This virus isn't as dangerous compared to other viruses, but it's still known as the most annoying virus.
It is good that this app doesn't steal your information or anything, but this would get very annoying. Like, imagine having to hear this all day when you play Roblox. I recommend not downloading this, that way you won't get a headache. The next app we will look at is the Chinese Play Store. This app was very popular in China as it was used to get games. However, China stopped using it, and it now became lost media. Nowadays, the only way to get this app is through sketchy websites. Let's watch this person explain it and test it out.
Explaining viruses, Part 8.
Chinese Play Store?
This Chinese Play Store is a disguise of the original Play Store app. It tricks people into clicking it, making them see a picture that is gory. By the way, this is a virus. If you translate the name of it, it's translated to Playmark. Once you open the app, you will see a person's face destroyed, and the background sound is screaming, and it is very loud, and it's impossible trying to close the app. The man in the picture is the man who was in a bear attack in India. The name of the man is 𝗵𝗿liche, and the picture was in 2019. There is a non-gory picture of the man, but the face is distorted alongside a creepy face. You can search the man in Google, but if you feel scared, don't. And the creator of this virus is unknown, because nobody knows who made this virus. That's all, and stay safe.
This sounds so nasty and disturbing. Who would make a virus app like this? I was able to find footage of the app. Everything is blurred, so you shouldn't be too scared, Sunnies.
Testing Viruses Day 4. This one is a fake Play Store app. Let's
Press. The photo is a heavily mutated man. I had to blur because of TikTok guidelines. Also, I could not close the app.
This is so much more scarier than I imagined. This is also one of the most disturbing viruses in my opinion because it looks like the real Play Store. So if you are watching this on an Android, be very careful because one day you might download this app on accident. Randonautica is a strange app made by murderers who try to target kids. On this app, you are told to go to a random location, and that's where things become disturbing. This video will explain everything.
In Randonautica, there's like theories that it's actually controlled by like the dark web.
Yeah.
It'll lead you to weird places, right? A bunch of these kids wanted to do it, right? They generated the coordinates, and this coordinate sent them to a random like beach, like in LA where it's like that homeless beach.
Yeah.
What would you call that?
Venice Beach?
Yeah, Venice Beach. It was like a Venice Beach type vibe in Seattle. When they were in the video, they saw like on the rocks there was a suitcase, and that suitcase was like the coordinate that they were looking for. It sent them exactly to that suitcase, right?
Yeah.
The kids go up and like, okay, I think this is our item, right? They open it carefully. They see like plastic. They're like, what the fuck? So they take a couple sticks and they poke at it to see if there's like anything alive in there.
Yeah.
There's nothing alive. So they open the plastic, give them more, and they get a whip.
When they opened the bag, they ended up seeing an old body, which is so nasty and disturbing. This is also not the only time something creepy has happened with this app. Let's watch this video that shows another incident.
We were told to use the Randonautica app. This is our experience. Took us to a random location in Edinburgh, TX.
Alright guys, it took us to this place in Edinburgh. We don't know what it really is, or what it looks like. My lights damn, bro. Bro, some shit's dusty in here. It's dusty in here.
Knock.
Oh shit. Nah. Devin, is there somebody else here with us, dude? There's nothing here. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, Devin, let's go, let's go, let's go.
As you see, this must have been very scary as they were cursing so much. Basically, what happened is that the hackers led them to that location, that way they could kidnap them. Many people have actually fallen for this and ended up going missing from this app. As spooky and fun as this seems, it is very dangerous, so I really recommend none of you play it. The next app we will talk about is 𝗵𝗿cie𝗂𝗽. Some of you may have seen this virus before, but I think you should watch until the end still because this virus gets disturbing really fast.
Testing viruses, day 27. This is a Chinese virus with a jump scare. Let's press it. This looks pretty innocent so far. Let's translate it. This is what it said. When I translated it, I'm not sure who Sprunky is. Let's click to start playing. Ow, my ears. I had to blur it. It's too fetish. Also, this popped up just then saying it will hack my number and send my contacts crude messages. Okay, guys. Let's delete.
As you can see, this is pretty disgusting, especially the clip of the weird looking Sprunky. I was able to find another version of this virus, but do not worry, there are no bad pictures in it. What I noticed is that everything with Sprunky is always creepy or horror themed. So Sunnies, I don't think you should download the Sprunky app or even watch Sprunky at all. This next app was apparently made by the President of the United States, so I was surprised to find out it was a virus.
Let's talk about Obama 2022. So this app in App Store was created for kids. Seems a good game for kids on the pictures. So when you open the app, it will tell you to put the microphone and maybe the camera. So a lot of kids don't know how to read that much, so they will not understand, and kids could do it. So once they play, some kids said that they were hearing weird noises in the house, and also there was a van outside their houses. So if y'all want to try that app, I will not stop, y'all. Just be safe. Bye.
I wonder how true this is. because if I saw a van outside, I would be fearing for my life. Since this is lost media, I searched it up on TikTok, and this popped up.
Hello, this is your former President Barack Obama, and I just want to tell you I know how to beatbox with a little bit of yeah.
As creepy as this is, it is also a little funny. However, I wouldn't go looking for this game as it apparently still tracks your address. The last app we will talk about is Grow a Garden app. Many of you didn't know, but Grow a Garden actually has an app. However, the creator is unknown and apparently the app shows you bad stuff, so let's watch this video.
Testing malware, part 64. This time, a Grow a Garden copy. Really crazy virus. Huge epilepsy. Warning, BDW. In this part, I picked raccoon. Who's randomly... I don't know if this happens with any pet, or is it different every time you pick another one? And then, gonna let y'all see the virus without pets.
After they finish playing, the person's phone randomly breaks. In the video, the person picks raccoon, and that's when the scary portal thing opens. I wonder if picking a different pet gives you a more safe result. Either way, Sunnies, I wouldn't recommend trying this as it's not worth the risk. The first game we're going to talk about is
Dress to Impress.
I'm sure many of you guys have played this game before, and probably are big fans. As innocent as this game seems, it is actually super dark and scary. This video should explain everything.
Dress to Impress has gotten really scary. While playing the game, you may not have noticed the nail lady Lana, but she's been watching you. If you go up to this bulletin board, you can go into free play mode. You can see she's in the pool, but if you look even further, she's also watching at the lighthouse.
What the boba? I don't want this creepy lady watching me.
If you go to the side of the building to go out of bounds, you can see she's behind a tree, watching, as the players pick out their outfits. Not to mention all the Lanas watching from the intermission room. Now, how can there be so many Lanas? In her diary are hidden clues. Lana is seeking revenge to get back at everyone for not knowing her name and not treating her like a person. We found out Lana was manipulated into joining a cult that took her eyes to create this creature that we see on the mural. If you look in her diary, she has her Roblox username, where you can play the games that she's created. Although, these games are extremely disturbing, but we'll be covering them in the next video.
Holy moly, who knew Dress to Impress was so creepy? Like, girl, I'm just trying to dress up, and whole time I was being stalked. You guys might think this is the end, but there's even more to this. It seems like the creators of Dress to Impress are kidnapping people. One of the first victims we saw was Lana. This video should help explain everything.
However, this update gets really creepy when you go over to Lana's station and see that there's a bunch of moving boxes. The boxes say SEM Moving Company, and the nail tech name tag says nail tech needed. And you can see that there's nail tech applications scattered all over her billboard and on her desk. It seems like they got rid of Lana, and this is very weird. They have photos of other YouTubers and streamers on the billboard, and this is just super weird. But things get even weirder when you go over here and notice that there's a bunch of nail polish on the floor and footsteps. And
okay, you guys, this is starting to get really weird. It seems like the creators fired Lana and took her somewhere. Let's keep watching the video to see what happened.
you can actually go in through this wall and it drops you down to this dungeon where Lana is actually in a cage crying.
Oh wait, they really had my girl Lana locked up. At first Lana creeped me out, but now I just feel bad for her.
This is super weird, and I'm honestly kind of creeped out. As you can see, our girl Lana is actually going through it right now. We can't join her in the cage or help her out, so I'm honestly kind of sad because I like Lana, or at least the real Lana. On the wall it says, "Where is she? Her name is like mine, but she is so different. Please believe me, I'm real, she'll be gone."
Alright, Sunnies, it seems like the real Lana was put in the cage, and the creepy Lana is actually an imposter. I never knew Dress to Impress had such a creepy backstory.
And I just feel so bad. I want to help her out. And it doesn't seem like you can go anywhere else in this room, but there are a lot of X's on the floor. So it looks like there's an X made out of axes, an X made out of wooden planks, and just an X slashed onto the wooden floor. This is super weird, and I honestly don't really know what to think about this. I'm really hoping there's a mini game or something that goes along with this because we all want to help Lana out.
You guys, this is getting scary. I wonder if there is a key or something that can help Lana escape.
I'm gonna go back up and see if they have done any changes to the hidden rooms. I'm hoping to maybe find some answers in there because the last time I checked they added a key with Lana's name on it, so maybe that's the key to let her out of her cage.
So there really is a key that can help us free Lana. Let's see if she was able to find the key.
But that's so weird. It doesn't seem like you can go into the room anymore, so I am very confused. I'm starting to think Dress to Impress might have changed where the room is, but if you look through the window, you can see that there's actually still a room there. So I don't know how to access it, but I'm pretty sure the key that's in that room that has Lana's name on it is the key to get her out of her cage.
𝗵𝗍cie𝗂𝗍𝗍 doesn't end up finding the key. This means that the evil Lana may still be out there. This is because nobody was able to release her. So if you play Dress to Impress, make sure you are not being watched. The next game we are going to talk about is Brookhaven. A lot of you may be fans of this game. There is a lot of creepy stuff that happens here though. Some of you watching might have experienced creepy things happening in your game. Apparently, there is a scary glitch in Brookhaven going around right now. Apparently, there is hackers stealing Roblox accounts and scaring people. I don't know too much about this, so let's watch this video, Sunnies.
Let's talk about Brookhaven. So Brookhaven is almost the most popular game, but some player is getting some kind of glitch that show some jump scare. For example, look at this picture. It's like some kind of a hacker is trying to give some jump scare. So
okay, you guys, it seemed like hackers were tricking players into clicking this pop-up. That way they can hack their Roblox account and jump scare them.
Some of you might know some hacker in Roblox. So this glitch happened at player at @𝗵𝗍. So sometime when you click the glitch you will get a jump scare, but sometime it's normal. But if the hacker just give the creepy glitch once, and if you already leave, the hacker will hack you. So just ignore the glitch. When you just click the glitch they will show up some jump scare video, and you also got kicked. But you also can leave the game but change the password fast as you can. Here is some proof. Warning, jump scare. Stay safe out there.
Holy guacamole, that was very scary. I don't even want to play Brookhaven anymore. You guys, what if I play Brookhaven and I get hacked? And what makes this worse is that this isn't the only bad part. There is so much more worse things that happen because of hacks like this. These hacks ended up cursing all of her Brookhaven, making it a very scary game. This video I have should explain everything, Sunnies.
Let's talk about
Brookhaven glitch.
In 2023, a creepy glitch started happening in Brookhaven, scaring a lot of players. It was like a disturbing image would appear on players' screens, but it kept changing, waiting for you to click on it. Clicking on it would trigger a jump scare and kick you out of the game. Here is a video. Many believe a hacker was responsible for this glitch. This glitch quickly went viral on TikTok, becoming a topic for Brookhaven players. Although the glitch still works, you can't trigger it yourself. It only happens if a hacker is in your server. Stay safe.
Okay, you guys, this TikTok just showed us that this glitch still happens today. Not only that, but I saw this very creepy thing when I was playing Brookhaven. This is what I saw. As you can see, that thing is very scary. After seeing this, I thought I would never play Roblox again. Sunnies, I would highly recommend to stay away from this Roblox game, as it has so many scary things in it. These are not the only things that I noticed in this game, there is so much more. For example, look at these images. There are many fun shows we love to watch. However, a lot of these shows actually have dark pasts behind them. Today we will be exposing their dark truths. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first show we will talk about is the Teletubbies. I am sure many of you have probably seen this show before. I used to be a big fan. However, this show is not innocent at all. Some people have even lost their lives from it. This video will explain everything.
Do you know the dark history behind the Teletubbies? The famous kids' TV series. The Teletubbies isn't as innocent as it seems. There is a theory that the show was inspired by horrific events that happened in a Bulgarian mental facility dubbed Land, which experimented on psychotic children, locking them in dark rooms where they later lost their lives.
Oh my goodness, this sounds so horrible. This means that all of the Teletubbies could maybe be ghosts.
The Teletubby Lar was based on a child who had a facial disfigurement, making her smile all the time. Tinky Winky was based on a deaf child who was tied to a fence outside and suffered severe frostbite. Dipsy was based on a malnourished child that was constantly sick and ended up lying in its own vomit for days. And Po allegedly was based on one that fell into a fire. That's not all. The reason the Teletubbies have TVs in their bellies was due to the fact that these 4 children ingested the smaller television sets when they heard that Land was going to take away their televisions as a part of the experiment.
I can't imagine eating a whole television. That sounds so scary. And I don't know why they had to take away their TV. That is just so sad. To prove how scary the show is, Sunny's I will show you the intro of it.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play. Tinky Winky, Dipsy, go home, home. Teletubbies,
Yeah, I stopped watching this show as a kid because I started to have nightmares. I recommend all of you to not watch this show as you might have nightmares too. The next show we will talk about is
Evil Mickey Mouse.
This is an episode a part of the Mickey Mouse show that was actually lost media for a while, but it was recently found. This episode gets very creepy, so make sure to watch until the end.
Let's talk about the Lost Mickey Mouse episode. So in this episode, it starts off with an old black and white cartoon of Mickey Mouse. He's just walking down a street, and at first, everything looks normal. There's no music, just the sound of his footsteps, but as the video keeps going, things slowly start to change. The background behind Mickey starts to look weird, like the buildings are warping or melting. Mickey himself also changes. His usual smile disappears, and his eyes start to look really empty or dark. As he keeps walking, strange sounds start playing. At first, it's just static, but then it turns into really unsettling noises, like distorted music or even what sounds like faint screaming.
Sunny's this sounds pretty horrifying. When you think of Mickey Mouse, usually Disney World comes to mind, not something creepy. I was able to find footage of this episode, so let's watch it. Flippers, that actually scared me a lot more than I thought it would. After watching this, I don't think I can watch Mickey Mouse anymore. And Sunny's these shows get even more disturbing, so make sure to watch until the end. The next show we will talk about is Tom and Jerry. I am sure everyone has seen this show as it is the most popular show ever. However, this has the darkest backstory ever. Our friend will explain it for us.
The lost episode of Tom and Jerry. Tom Basement. So we all know the cartoon Tom and Jerry, where you can see a cat and a mouse. The cat named Tom liked to chase the mouse named Jerry. Even though Tom liked to chase Jerry, they were still friends. But once, there was one episode where Tom cut the Jerry head with a knife. Here's how it looked like. It may be too creepy and disturbing for those people who watches this, and the episode was deleted from the TV shows. Stay safe and follow for more.
You all, I really think this episode is real. This is because Tom and Jerry came out over 80 years ago, and back in the day, they used to put really bad stuff in TV shows. So I recommend not to watch old Tom and Jerry as it is really bad for kids. All of you watching might remember when I talked about the Caillou app. Well, I found out that the Caillou show was also extremely creepy. There are some lost episodes out there that are very dark. Let's watch some of them.
Hey Caillou, I know I had my feet at the picnic table. Do you think I left them in my sandals?
Now I'm going to wash my hands. One day, Caillou just couldn't sit still.
Good news, Caillou. I just spoke with Juvenile Detention Center. You are so lucky.
Holy Labubu, that was actually horrifying. And Sunny's As Scary As This Looks, the second episode, is even creepier. Let's watch together.
Look, I'm like...
This is the most creepy episode I have ever seen from any of the shows we have watched. I wonder if this is real or not, because it just seems too creepy. Either a fan made the Sunnies, or someone evil that works for Caillou decided to upload this, which is messed up. I think you all are safe to watch the show. Just be very careful about which episode you are watching. The next show we will talk about is
Happy Tree Friends.
I am sure a lot of you have seen this show before and thought it was for kids. However, that is the complete opposite, as this is the darkest show I have ever watched. Make sure to stick until the end to find out the truth.
Alright, let's just hope that this one, none of them die. I mean, they don't look like they're gonna survive, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, my guy got a poop! Oh my god! Oh my god, how did that even... How did that even happen? Yo! Oh my... Yo! Your pickle is killing everyone! Pause! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, don't pull it! Oh! Oh my... Yo! Oh no!
I had to cut it short because the show started getting too disturbing, but Sunny's This is just so creepy. I do not get why the creators of the show would make it look like a kid's show if it has all this dark stuff in it. It is like they wanted to traumatize children. My advice is that you don't watch this show until you are much older. Thomas the Tank Engine is a show everyone watching this video is familiar with. This show actually used to be my favorite whenever I was a baby. However, I never knew the show had a dark past until now. Let's watch this creepy episode.
What is that?
Tank engine. Wow, madness.
Bro. Oh, okay, it's just the train with some fabric on it, alright. So what are the police about to do with the Thomas? What? Why you pull him over? A truck driver hauling a train. Okay. Why are you walking like that? You drunk? Oh, they wanted a picture. Random. He not far back enough. He not getting all that. Hey! Oh my god, he's looking! What? Oh my god!
As you can see, that per officer got eaten for no reason by Thomas. The other police officer then got run over by a car, which is super sad. For some reason this looks like real life. and not a cartoon. So if you come across Thomas in real life, the best thing to do is just run away. The final show we will talk about is
Peppa Pig.
I think we all love this show. However, there are some creepy band episodes, so let's watch one.
The Peppa Pig Lost episode. When searching for a Peppa Pig DVD at a DVD store, they didn't find anything. They found one. It was dusty, and there was a label that says, Peppa Pig, do not use. They bought the DVD and went home. Put the disc in, and a weird Nick Jr. logo came on. Then the screen went black for a minute. Then a title card with the words Peppa Pig in blood red. The episode was called Why? The house was on fire. Then a camera panned into the living room. George, Mommy, and Daddy Pig all looked frightened. Then a brick from the ceiling hit George's neck and drew blood. Then it cuts outside. The house crumbles down, but it's still on fire. Then it cuts to a hill with Peppa. She looked sad. Then it went to static for a couple of seconds. Then she reappeared on screen. Her dress was gray. Her eyes was missing. She was covered in blood and was crying. The crying looked like it was Photoshop on Microsoft Paint. Then Peppa aggressively shouted, "Why?
Why did you not watch another episode of me? Thanks to you, my family is dead. Can't you see that I'm suffering? Well, someday, you'll regret it."
Then Peppa ran into the burning building.
So it looks like this creepy episode is more like lost media, so you all should still be safe to watch normal Peppa Pig. Don't forget to like and subscribe by 𝗵𝗵sunnies.